Hello everyone, welcome to the world of effortless trial balance imports. Today I'm going to walk you through the process of smoothly importing your trial balance into Sage Business Cloud Accounting. No more manual data entry. In this video I'll demonstrate how to take a trial balance with account numbers, descriptions, debit and credit columns right from Excel and import it seamlessly into Sage Accounting. Unlock the power of seamless trial balance imports and start doing business with ease, speed and precision. By using the link in the video description, you can try Sage Accounting for free for 30 days in the Africa Middle East area. If you find it helpful and decide to sign up for the paid version, I'll receive a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the creation of more helpful content like this. Thank you for your support. We'll dive straight into a live demo as I import a real trial balance for a client that was exported from Pastel Desktop Accounting. I'll guide you step by step, sharing insider tips and tricks throughout the process. This process is divided into 5 easy steps. Step 1. Preparation is key. Begin with a well-prepared trial balance in Excel. Use clear, consistent account descriptions, consolidate data into one amount column, and make sure all numbers are positive. Step 2. Copying data. Carefully copy your data from the original Excel file into the Sage Ready template. Step 3. Sage Import. Upload your CSV file, navigate the map import file fields, and review the CSV import results. Step 4. Troubleshooting. We might encounter some surprises during the import, but don't worry, I'll show you some tricks for fixing any hiccups. Step 5. Your trial balance is imported. I'll show you how to navigate and correct any discrepancies. Once your trial balance is in Sage Accounting, you'll have a strong foundation for accurate financial reports going forward. Now let's dive into the prepping our original trial balance and begin our step-by-step journey. We're tidying up this trial balance, gearing it up for a streamlined import. Wave goodbye to accounts with no amounts. While you might choose to keep some accounts in your own spreadsheet, these ones are getting the boot. No future plans for them in Sage. But that's not all. We're giving those account descriptions a makeover, a renaming session to make them more appropriate. Let's get cozy with merging too. I'm creating a single cleaning and consumables account. No more juggling separate accounts for cleaning services and cleaning materials. And the unused column, it's hitting the road. Sage Importing has a rule, one amount column to rule them all. And guess what? My trial balance has both debit and credit columns, just like yours might. Here's the secret sauce. I'm blending them together. A little sorting by the credit column, and voila, credit balances are taking center stage. Now let's address the net loss line and those pesky column totals. They're getting the boot. No room for them here. As we progress on our import journey, let's address the single amount column puzzle. A simple Excel trick aligns them seamlessly and voila, they are all on the same page. Watch out for those add value cells. They're empty account descriptions, pastel accounting sometimes gives us those heading accounts like motor vehicles net value, which we don't need in Sage. I'm turning formulas into plain text. Copy and paste, and we're golden. Debit column, your outer year. No amounts, no staying power. I'm entering a heading for the account descriptions. Let's sort the range, sniff out those value cells, and give them the boot. See how my trial balance is shaping up nicely as I scroll through. But wait a minute, what's that net loss line doing here? Didn't I already bid it farewell? Well, no worries, let's give it another round of goodbyes. Moving along, the next step in my trial balance refinement is tailored to my unique import needs. It's all about jazzing up those account descriptions to showcase their class or account type. Picture this, a sleek prefix added to each description. Now let me spill the beans. This was a special request from my client, and while it might not be your cup of tea, I'm showing you the ropes. To start off, I'm sorting my data anew, this time by account numbers. They're holding the ground for now, but their exit is imminent. Using column D as my canvas, I'm adding a class touch. Check it out. That EX right there, it's the EX for expenses. As I navigate through the trial balance, I'll sprinkle these prefixes like confetti, giving groups of accounts their distinctive flair that will be hard to miss. Watch closely as I breathe life into column D by adding the asset distinction. As we journey on, you'll notice that this organization's primary income source is donations. Get ready for a little makeover. We're labeling all of those diverse donation accounts with a shiny Don prefix. Adding a modern twist, I'm also giving those account descriptions a refresh, aligning them better with today's business landscape. It's all about staying current and relevant. This might spark an idea for your own import journey. I'll be zipping through most of this journey, but don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. I'm merging accounts, creating a more streamlined and business-savvy setup. Let's zoom in for a closer view. Take a look at this example, where I've fine-tuned two accounts, Atlas, Church Alarm, and Magnum Alarm, into one security account. Here's the key insight. By refining these accounts now, you're aligning with the latest accounting standards. It's a strategic move. Trying to make these adjustments later in Sage will be a recipe for added effort and time. So why not set the stage for smooth sailing now and save yourself the hassle down the road? Next up, we're rolling into the next phase. Here's the plan. We'll merge our column D prefix with the existing account descriptions in column B, using an Excel formula in column E. Then we lock in these changes by copying the updated descriptions back into column B. And when we are done, we'll clear out columns E and D. They've done their part. Recall when we merged two columns into one? Now it's time to flip the switch and make every value positive. A crucial step for a seamless Sage trial balance import. My go-to formula solved this challenge, and that's as far as I'll take the tweaking for now. Moving ahead, I'm about to follow the golden rule, the template method for effortless data migration into Sage. Here's the game plan. Pick up where we left off with the original spiced up trial balance, and then neatly slot the data into the specialized template crafted for the import process. To locate the template in Sage Accounting, follow these steps from the top navigation menu. Go to Accounts, click on Lists, then select List of Accounts. At the top, click on Import Accounts, and then click on Import Guide and Templates. Here you'll find a heading Converting to Accounting from your previous accounting system, which aligns perfectly with what we're about to do. Sage offers helpful import guides and templates, and the one we're after is the General Ledger Accounts Import template in Excel format. Download the template to your computer. For added convenience, I'll provide a link to the Fun Accountant's website where you can easily access and download this template as well. Let's open the import template to give you an idea of what you will be needing to copy and paste from your original Excel trial balance. Once more, our goal is to make importing data into Sage a breeze. This is where the import template steps in, a savvy tool to guide you on the data setup. Sage takes the lead with this one. An instruction manual in the first cell and column headings that lay out the requirements in blue font. I've got my original spreadsheet open on the left, and I've split my screen, bringing it side by side with the template spreadsheet on the right. This way, you're right in the loop, watching every step I take. Now, I'll meticulously populate my template, moving methodically from left to right, ensuring each column is accurately filled, covering all the essential aspects. It's crucial not to misstep here, as any errors can lead to an import failure. Along the way, there will be specific choices I need to make, but don't worry, they will become crystal clear as we proceed through each step. Now let's get down to business. First things first, account names. I'm going to seamlessly move the data from my description column to column B. Category selection is next on the agenda. Here's where I'll sort each account into its proper classification. Sales, cost of sales, other income, expenses, income tax, current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and owner's equity. If you're a bit fuzzy on what category to assign, no worries. I've got a handy definition list to help you out. Just check the video description for the link. Each account gets its rightful category. You can either type it in, or to play it safe, copy and paste the category from the template header, like I'm doing here with sales. It's a simple step, but one tiny mistake now will cause headaches, as will be revealed later in the video. Sundry income belongs to the other income category, and with a quick keystroke, I've got it down. Copy and paste makes light work of classifying interest received under other income. Categorizing cost of sales, it's crystal clear as I place the cost of sales category here. Bank charges. Well, that's an expense, but I admit I made a boo-boo while typing it out. More on that later. Stick around as I tackle import errors and show you how to fix them. For now, remember, copying beats typing any day. And trust me, avoiding mistakes saves time and stress down the line. Speaking of expenses, let's ensure we've got them all covered. Starting right where we left off with bank charges. Just a quick copy and paste of the expense category from there across all these accounts. Shifting gears to the accumulated surplus deficit account, which slots neatly into the owner's capital category. The surplus deficit distinction matters for non-profit organizations, where surplus and deficit captures the financial essence more accurately than the typical profit or loss terminology. Mortgage bond, oh, it's definitely a non-current liabilities case. Copy and paste, and we're set. Moving swiftly, the fixed asset, also known as non-current assets, get their spot next. Copy, paste, repeat. Bank accounts. They're the exception. Leave them out of this import. I'll show you where to handle them in Sage later. No empty rows here. Let's shift the remaining accounts upward. The salary control account. A current liability, of course. I'm copying that one from the header too. Finally, the rest are all owner's equity, straight from the accumulated surplus deficit cell. As we move forward, I'm copying the account names over to their respective descriptions. No need for me to expand further on them. Next in line is the task of transferring the opening balances, and I'm doing it strategically, piece by piece. First, the income section takes its place. Followed by the expenses section. And finally, we round it off with the balance sheet items. It's like a puzzle coming together, organized, efficient, and purposeful. As these balances find their designated spots, you can perform your own quick audit by confirming that the transferred data slots seamlessly into the template, aligning flawlessly until the final account line. There are no oversights, no spillovers, no discrepancies, just a seamless alignment, perfectly mirroring its original source. Now onto column F, where we meet the opening balance date. Remember, it's a reflection of the trial balance date, mine being 28 February 2021. This date prominently starts in the first cell, and then I copy it downward. Moving on, we need to indicate the account status: active, true, or inactive, false. Given that these accounts have balances and I've tidied up and prepped the trial balance for the future, marking them all as active is a straightforward decision. The final column holds a valuable piece of information: the default VAT type for each account. Sage Accounting has a nifty feature here that promises a wealth of time saved in the long run. Imagine this: foreseeing whether transactions for a specific account will bear VAT or not. It's a matter of convenience. The VAT classification gets sorted automatically based on account and its default VAT setting. For instance, you could classify something like interest as exempt VAT. When an interest transaction is locked, the VAT designation is effortlessly pre-selected. Now a quick peek at the organization I'm assisting here. No VAT registration, so the last column remains unmarked. A blank slate, ready for their future ventures. Let's shift our full attention to the import template, a crucial tool in our import journey. The instructions, highlighted in the first cell, serve as our guiding star. I recommend you read these guidelines along with the ones at the top of each column, conveniently marked in blue text. They are like friendly beacons to ensure a smooth sale. The template advises us to remove row 2 and column A before saving the file in CSV format. So following this sage advice, I've taken care of that step. In the midst of all of this, it hit me. The column header row, row 1, was missing in action. Yep, I accidentally deleted it. But no sweat. I patched things up pronto by copying it right back. It's these minor tweaks that ensure our import sails along without a single hiccup. And there you have it. Our template stands poised, meticulously polished, and absolutely primed for the grand moment of import. It's time to steer our ship towards Sage accounting and witness the culmination of our diligent efforts, the moment where the sweat and, yes, some might say boring, hard work fuse into a symphony of success. Logged into Sage accounting. Now comes the exciting part. Direct your gaze to the top navigation bar. Hover over Accounts, glide down to Lists, and there is the list of accounts. Sage lays out a list of standard accounts, part and parcel of the package. But here's where the plot thickens. My trial balance and account descriptions are distinct as fingerprints, a universe away from Sage's preloaded settings. Yet fear not, for the import process is as smooth as a summer breeze. Just one click on the button, aptly named Import Accounts, and the journey is set in motion. Stepping into Sage's realm of imports, we encounter a 3-step process. Step 1. Uploading your CSV file. Step 2. Navigating the map import file fields. And Step 3. The CSV import results. Don't let the process intimidate you. Rest assured, I'll be demonstrating this entire process in the video, unveiling how each piece fits seamlessly into the puzzle. Now let's set our sights on the file information within the Select What to Import field, Accounts. Keep the CSV file date format untouched. It stays as day, month, year, a seamless match with our import template specification. Scroll down to the CSV import file section. Here you select the meticulously prepared import file from your template. Rest easy, for the checkbox indicating My CSV import file contains column headings is ticked. Now tap that Next button. Welcome to step 2 of the Sage importing process, the mapping stage. Think of this as connecting the dots between your import file and Sage Accounting's fields. We're letting the system know which fields in your import file align with Sage's fields. Take a look. Each element in Sage, the name, category, description, opening balance date, and active status is already in sync with my import file. Now, remember, you don't have to import every single field. Notice the default VAT type. It was intentionally left blank in my import file and is now marked as Do Not Import. Now the real magic happens when you hit Next. This is when Sage swings into action, performing the import of your trial balance. Let's see the results. Voila! My Sage import is now complete. But hold on, there's a twist. 33 rows imported successfully, while 43 rows decided to take an unexpected detour. Though I hope you won't encounter these, should you stumble upon such errors, don't break a sweat. Take a leaf out of my book as I demonstrate how to tackle these issues head on. Before we proceed, here's a golden rule. Don't press finish just yet. Take a moment to tap into the import log file. Trust me, this is your guiding light through the labyrinth of errors. It's a detailed breakdown that highlights what needs your attention. Missing this step is like sailing blindfolded. You won't know where the rocks lie beneath the surface. So let's take a look at the log file, shall we? A list of all the errors. For instance, importing of row 6 failed due to the following criteria not being met. Not an existing account category, expense. Now this same melody continues for row 7, 8, 9, and so on. How can expense not be an account category, you ask? The answer lies in the details. It's time to retrace our steps. Let's revisit the import file template and check out the guide right in the column header. There you have it. The category should be expenses with an S. It's a small typo, but it makes all the difference. This incident taught me a valuable lesson when adding categories to expense accounts. It's wiser to copy and paste than rely on my typing powers. As we continue on this journey, we come across a common roadblock, those error rows. But worry not, for I've got a solid 9-step process to show you how to tackle it head on. Step 1. Head back to your import file. First, let's isolate those problematic rows. Delete the ones that have already been successfully imported. Step 2. Now let's address the heart of the issue. Correct the category description from expense to expenses. Remember that small yet significant typo. Step 3. While you're at it, keep all other columns untouched with their original data. Step 4. Save the file, just to ensure our changes are locked in. Step 5. Return to Sage Accounting. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Feel free to click on that Finish button. Step 6. Within your list of accounts screen, locate and click on the Import Accounts button. Step 7. Select your import CSV file and let it upload. Step 8. Click on Next. No changes required at this stage. The map import file fields are already in tune. Step 9. Hit next once more, knowing that the Sage magic is about to unfold, processing the import. And there you have it. All the rows have been successfully imported as indicated in the CSV import results. This, my friends, is how we troubleshoot an import error. Time to seal the deal with that click on the finish button. But hold your horses, we're not done just yet. Remember our earlier task of transforming all balances into positive values? Well, it's time to shine a light on something like accumulated depreciation on fixed asset. It's categorized as a non-current asset and has been imported as a positive balance, a debit, but it should rightfully be a negative balance or a credit. Let's delve into this further and see how we can make it right on our newly minted trial balance in Sage Accounting. And right there, you can spot the issue. Now let's dive into how to effectively tackle and rectify these imbalances. Return to the list of accounts screen. In the search field, simply type in an abbreviation to locate the specific account. Let's begin with AIR for air conditioners accumulated depreciation. Once located, click on Actions at the end of the account line, then choose Edit. It's a swift fix. I just need to alter the opening balance value to a credit balance by introducing a minus sign before the amount. A quick save and we're set. The same process applies to computer equipment accumulated depreciation, and for the remaining assets I'm correcting. Let's put things on a fast track. Watch as I expedite the adjustments across the board. Now, as we gaze at the trial balance, keep an eye out for the distinctive opening balance and VAT adjustment account. This Sage crafted account serves as a mirror reflecting your balance status. In my case, the balance is still askew. But remember, we intentionally deferred the bank balance for a later touch-up. Now they're stepping into the spotlight. Get ready because they're about to play a crucial role. Navigate to the banking section in the top navigation menu. Then slide down to Lists. From there, move to the right and you'll find yourself at the list of banks and credit cards. This is your hub for adding new bank and cash accounts, as well as making any necessary tweaks. The Add a Bank or Credit Card button is your go-to here, and it is fittingly named for what it does. Behold the new bank account screen in Sage. I'm going to designate the bank account I predominantly use as the default choice. This will be my go-to account when handling bank transactions. Start by entering the bank account name. For now, we'll skip setting any categories. The default payment method is pre-selected as EFT. If my primary method were cash or another option like a credit card, I'd simply pick that, but note that it doesn't impact your bank processing. Adding a bank account number for identification is an option here. Now let's populate the date with my trial balance date, which in this case is 28 February 2021. The opening balance is easily imported through a copy-paste maneuver from my trial balance. And you know what? I've decided to throw in the bank name too, just to keep things tidy. A final tap on the Save and New button seals the deal, as I have more bank accounts to add to the mix. Continuing onward, I'm mirroring the exact steps for the petty cash account. With minimal transactions transpiring here, I've opted against setting it as a default account. Predictably, the default payment method stands as cash. For the name, I'm sticking to the basics. As before, I'm aligning the date with that of my trial balance. The petty cash balance too finds its place through a quick copy-paste ritual. And like deja vu, the Save and New button receive its familiar press. By fast-tracking my recording, let's swiftly navigate through the remaining bank balances. I'm confident you're syncing up with the pace by this point. Returning to my trial balance, things are progressing well, but there is still a hiccup worth of 369,507 Rand. Rectifying this oversight presents an opportunity to introduce you to Sage Accounting's nifty opening balance feature. Although it's not designed for importing balances, it does allow you to amend them if an error slipped in during import or if you need to correct an opening balance. Let's take a closer look. You can locate it in the top navigation menu under Company, nestled at the very bottom under Opening Balances. Here I'm adjusting the date to match my import date of 28 February 2021, and then I'll click on Save. Now, while you can certainly modify the amounts here, I must offer a word of caution. When tinkering with figures in this section, tread carefully. An incorrect adjustment can seriously disrupt your financial records. Remember, always note down the date you're working on. If you navigate away from the screen, make an error and need to return to fix it, you must use the same date as the erroneous entry. Failure to do so can cause significant complications that are tough to untangle. At the bottom of the screen, you'll find the difference, and I have a pretty good idea about its origins. Back in my trial balance, there's a bank balance that's yet to find its way into Sage. Allow me to swiftly address this. With a glance at the trial balance, I'm elated to announce that equilibrium has been achieved. All my accounts are now open in Sage. This client is now poised to take off and conduct business like a seasoned pro. And as we wrap up, I trust you're feeling equally prepared for the journey ahead, from trial balance to Sage Accounting mastery. Thanks for watching. See you soon.